Hey guys, Jim with all those. I'm here again, but you can call me Jeff, and I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the newest update for Fire Emblem Heroes. Now we also just got the most recent banner review and reaction that I did for the new Fallen banner. If you want to check that out, I would very much appreciate it. Or you can check this one out first, and then maybe hop over to that one afterwards. But in this video, we're going to cover the overall update, and then go into the weapon refines a bit later. Like normal, if you're just here for the weapon refines, you can go into the time bar or the description and skip right on ahead. That's completely cool. But if you stick around for the whole thing, I would very much appreciate that. So let's cover the overall stuff first. Let's get there. Also, the Celestial Stone shop reset, so don't forget to get your Forma Soul and stuff. Now the overall update stuff. The new weekly revivals, we're getting 3 now instead of 2. That's very nice. More free summons, the better. The new remixes for the Legendary Sigurd and Legendary Byleth. These were in the FEH channel, but I guess we can talk about them real quick. Holy Knight 2. At start of turn, grants unit can move 1 extra space. That turn only if it does not stack, and if unit initiates combat, reduce damage from foe's first attack during combat by 40% to unit for 1 turn. Boost special damage by 30% of unit's attack. After combat, if unit special triggered, grants attack defense plus 6, unit can move 1 extra space, and if unit initiates combat, reduce damage from foe's first attack during combat by 40% to unit and allies for 1 turn. To unit and all allies for 1 turn. So, like normal with Legendary Sigurd in like Ether Raids or something, very annoying to go against if you forget about the extra movement, and then if his special goes off, he grants extra movement to his entire team. Now, not only does he do that, but he grants damage reduction on top of that, so even more annoying to go up against. And then Steel Defense 4. With Legendary Byleth, Sublime Heaven 2. At start of turn, if unit's special cooldown count is at maximum value, grant special cooldown count -1. Boost special damage by 30% of unit's attack. If in combat against dragon or beast foe, boost special damage by 60% instead of 30%. When special triggers, neutralizes reduced damage by X% effects from non-special skills. Very nice. Dealing with damage reduction always sucks, so being able to just neutralize that is very, very helpful. And then attack speed Oath 4. Very good. The new limited ephemera codes with Bridal Sophia and Groom Saul. Bridal Sophia, I believe, has attack res hold for C skill, so very good fodder. And then Saul has the reposition staff skill return, which is also very good fodder. So yeah, very, very nice. Or merges if you like the units. And then Saizo as well, the Ninja Saizo. Very cool. All the new weapon refines that we will get to in a little bit. There are quite a few, but this time around I actually managed to have all the units available. So very, very cool. We will get to that in a little bit. New Mementos events, always very cute. Very cool. Bright Shrine up to 12. New songs in Ether Resort, like normal. And then Linhardt and Caster getting added to the Grail pool. That is it for the overall stuff about the update. Not too crazy, just the remixes and the divine codes, like normal. But yeah, very cool. Now we'll get into the overall stuff about the weapon refines. As you can see on my home screen, we got the legendaries and the harmonic, so we will start with them. Legendary Byleth. Professorial text. Interesting. I used to read that as professional, but I just read it right now. Okay. Accelerate special trigger cooldown count -1. If unit initiates combat, or if there is an ally within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, grant spectrum +5 to unit, deals +7 damage during combat. So a static 7 damage, very nice. During combat, and also, if unit's speed is greater than foe's speed, neutralizes effects to guarantee foe's fall of attacks, and effects to prevent unit's fall of attacks during combat. For allies within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on units, grants attack speed +5 to those allies during their combat, and also if those allies' speed is greater than foe's speed, neutralize effects to guarantee foe's fall of attacks, and effects to prevent those allies' fall of attacks during their combat. So very good for himself, and very good for his allies, like a teacher. Very good support. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants spectrum +4 to unit, grants bonus to units everything, equal to a number of allies with 3 rows or 3 columns centered on units. Neutralizes units' penalties to attack and speed, neutralizes effects to grant special cooldown charge +X to foe, or inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit, and reduce damage from foe's first attack by 30% during combat. Neutralizes penalty. Oh wait. During combat, neutralizes penalties to attack and speed on allies within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit during their combat. So yeah, very good support as well. And then also the grants bonus to Spectrum with the number of allies. It doesn't have a max, so like in Ether raids, you can have your whole team support him if you want. So very cool. Very, very solid. Now Legendary Sigurd, Hollow Turfing. Accelerate special trigger cooldown comes 1. If unit initiates combat or if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, grant Spectrum plus 5 to unit. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack and reduce damage from foe's first attack by 40% during combat. So not only does he get the damage reduction from his special, he also gets it from his weapon. That's annoying. And restores 7 HP to unit after combat. Enables Canto remainder of 1. That's really crazy because of all of his movement that he gets. So he can run in, hit really hard, and then run all the way out. That's crazy. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants Spectrum plus 4 to unit, grants bonus to everything equal to the number of spaces from start position to end position of whomever initiated combat. So if it's him, then it says max of 4, but I guess he can technically get to 5 spaces, but I guess it'll still max out at 4. Deals damage equal to 15% of unit's attack, and neutralizes foes' bonuses to attack and defense during combat. Nice. Very cool. So very good if you like using him, but not very good if you go up against him. So now Summer Mia, which I believe was the very first harmonic unit, was not the first duo, but I believe she was the first harmonic, these two. Very cool. Summer Strikers. Accelerate special trigger cooldown combat is 1. If unit initiates combat or if foe's range equals 2, grants attack speed plus 5 to unit. Reduce damage from foe's first attack by 75%. Wow, 75% is pretty good. And neutralize effects that inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit during combat. So very good for a dagger unit. If they use lethality, you really want those special charge to activate. So very cool. At start of turn, for unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit, a special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grants special cooldown count minus 1. Oh, cool, so like the pulse effect. Very nice. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack speed plus 5 to unit, grants bonus to unit's attack and speed equal to 20% of unit's speed at the start of combat, and neutralizes effects that guarantee foes' follow-up attacks, and effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks during combat. Yeah, very nice. Very kind of normalish nowadays, but yeah, pretty solid. The pulse effect is very helpful, but yeah, just very, very nice. A very solid, like, moderate weapon refine for the very first harmonic. So very, very cool. So now we will go to the second wave of weapon refine units. I already have refined Leon's because I am a fan of Sacred Stones. So we will just read it from here. So Blood Tome. Grants attack plus 3 if foe's range equals 2, reduce damage from area effect specials by 80%. If unit initiates combat or foe's range equals 2, grants attack plus 5 to unit, inflicts attack minus 5 on foe, deals damage equal to 20% of unit's res, and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 50%. If unit initiates combat or foe's range equals 2, and if foe is colorless, grants weapon triangle advantage to unit and inflicts weapon triangle disadvantage on foe. Very, very solid. As a fan of Sacred Stones, like my Fallen Leon has gone to plus 5 somehow, and I immediately refined this because I knew it would be great. So I'm very happy that it's really good, even just with the base effect. Now with special refine, at start of turn grants cancel affinity to unit. At start of turn, inflicts attack res minus 7 and triangle depth on closest foes within 5 spaces of unit and any foe within 2 spaces of those foes through their next actions. So that makes them survive better, basically. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack plus 5 to unit and inflicts attack minus 5 on foe. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack and inflicts special cooldown charge of minus 1 on foe per attack during combat. So he becomes extremely bulky. Though he does grant triangle depth, so if you use him like on a party, so be careful that their triangle depth doesn't attack like your allies, because it might be bad for them. But either way, crazy good tome, very, very good against ranged weapons. Very cool. Now Sayori with the Amatsu. Accelerate special trigger cooldown count -1. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, can counterattack regardless of foe's range. Yeah, before it was 50%, now it's 25%, so that's way better. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grant Spectrum +4 to unit, reduce damage from foe's first attack by 7 during combat. A nice static 7. Very cool. Reducing damage just like by a static number, especially for her, is very good because she wants to be above a certain HP threshold. If foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, grant Spectrum +4 to unit, reduce damage from foe's first attack by 40%, and grant special cooldown charge +1 to unit per attack during combat, and restore 7 HP to unit after combat. So yeah, very, very helpful. She definitely wants to be quite healthy. She also wants to not take as much damage so she can make use of her counterattacking capabilities. Very, very cool. Now female, oh, that's not female Chris. Female Chris. Spear of Shadow. Accelerate special trigger cooldown count -1, of course. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, neutralizes units penalties, inflicts attack speed defense -5 on foe, and neutralize effects that grant special cooldown charge +X to foe or inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. Very nice. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grant Spectrum +4 to unit, reduce damage from foe's first attack by 40%, and deals damage equal to 20% of unit speed during combat. And also, when unit deals damage to foe, restores 7 HP to unit. So this one's pretty normalish, like pretty moderate. Not super crazy, some damage reduction, some speed-based damage, and the special cooldown neutralizing is very helpful. Yeah, so if y'all built like a female Chris, or she's like one of your favorites, then pretty solid. It's not bad. And now like a weapon refined that tons of people have probably been waiting for. I see Petrine like quite often, because her flame lance is pretty unique with the targeting the res instead of the defense. Has always been very unique, so very cool. Let's see. Effective against beast foes. Grants speed +3. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, calculates damage using foe's res, inflicts attack -4, and speed res -5 on foe during combat, and neutralizes effects that guarantee foes fall of attacks and effects that prevent units fall of attacks during combat. Yeah, just very good. But instead of just the speed res -5, also lowering their attack a little bit, so it helps their survivability. Very, very nice. If unit initiates combat or the number of allies adjacent to unit is less than or equal to 1, inflicts attack speed res -4 on foe. Inflicts penalty on foe's attack speed res equal to current bonus on each of foe's stats ×2. If foe has a +7, inflicts attack -18. Yeah, so very, very good. And reduce damage from foe's first attack by 30% during combat, and unit's next attack deals damage equal to 30% of foe's attack damage prior to reductions. Wow. So like the ice mirror effect, I guess? Wow, yeah, no, that's pretty solid. So all the Petrine fans out there that have made really good use of like her damage output, this is a very, very nice weapon refine for her. It helps their survivability in neutralizing their buffs, or inverting their buffs is really strong. And then also like kind of turning the tables with the damage with that ice mirror effect. Wow. That is quite the weapon refine. So really, Petrine and Leon have like had, at least of those four, like they were definitely the better ones. Ceres is decent, and Chris's is nice. And then Sigurd's I think was probably the best. Maybe Petrine is like a close second. Violet's was also nice, very good support. And then Mia and Marth were also very good. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Let me know what y'all thought about the update. How'd you feel about it? I like this one. It was very good. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. But until then, goodbye.